Hey, good morning, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show, coming to you from Ellijay, Georgia, but reaching a worldwide audience. Damn, that was pretty good. Right out of the box. Boom. You know, my favorite question in the morning is when the control room. That's what they are. I call them everything, but they're the control room. They can make it, boom, happen, not happen. But when they say, are you ready? Favorite question of the day. Are you ready? It's 8 o'clock. All right, folks, we're going to stay serious today. And I was thinking driving in to the office this morning, you know, I like to have fun and I like to horse around, but I got to try to stay serious because we're going to talk about a lot of serious subjects today. Do you think we have sanctuary cities in Georgia? Do you? Because at... I think 8:30. Let me get it right. Right at 8:30, we're going to have D.A. King, the president of the Dustin Inman Society. He gave testimony yesterday on House Bill. I have it here. We'll put it up. House Bill HB 1083. We'll let him explain the bill and what it does. But he will be our guest at 8:30 for a couple minutes. Do we have sanctuary cities in Georgia? Now, another thing I want to do, we're going to talk about a lot of things today. Now, I'm for sure that we're going to get to, give me number 9. This is her latest purchase. This is my opinion, okay? Now, the campaign, and I'm very serious this morning. I'm not joking around. I don't feel the campaign, I call it the campaign because the individual works for the campaign. They've already threatened our network, okay? Now, what they may not know is I understand just a little bit. You know, I know we're in North Georgia, and we're not that bright as soon as we get, you know, when that big sign 575 and we're no longer part of the interstate, and we get up in here to 515, you know, we may not be considered that bright, but anyhow, we know a little bit about the internet, and I know when you're trolling. I get it. I understand. I can explain later. But they have, the campaign has threatened our network here in North Georgia. I'm the CEO. They've threatened me directly, so I guess it is the network. So we wonder when they're going to try to take us down or do something to us. And I'm not joking. I mean, you know, I asked myself the other day, I talk to myself every once in a while, trying to stay serious here, but seriously, I asked myself the other day, am I just this dumb? Okay. How dumb can you be? Oh, boom. I'm yelling questions. I'm every day discussing the wealthiest member of Congress. What kind of power is that? And her husband owns the New York Stock Exchange. And here, this guy up in North Georgia just keeps. I just want to know how she became senator. Now, I understand the buying spree. She is on a buying spree. I mean, she's coming home every day and say, Jeffrey, with shopping bags. Look what I bought. Look who I bought today. You may not like that, but this is my opinion. Okay, so Nikki Haley, now, for those Trump supporters, we're going to do another segment on this, but for those Trump supporters, like, oh my God, she's with Nikki Haley that was UN ambassador. Let's not forget, okay, Nikki Haley, former governor of South Carolina, check my facts. Former governor of South Carolina who endorsed Marco Rubio, just saying, endorsed Marco Rubio in the primary, okay? Voted for Marco Rubio in the primary, did not vote for your president, and as governor of South Carolina, took the Confederate battle flag off of the South Carolina state capitol. They took it to a museum or something. Whatever, okay? Just saying. Before you get all warm and fuzzy to Nikki Haley, right? So Nikki Haley on the screen did not vote for President Donald J. Trump. She didn't in the primary. Ask her. Go back, look at the tape. Marco Rubio. I'm going to look you right in the eye and say I'm pretty positive. How's that? 99.9%, like coronavirus or something. Nikki Haley voted for Marco Rubio. So the other day, all I want to know in 2016, look at the ladies. Did she follow Nikki Haley's lead and vote for Marco Rubio? That's okay. We welcome here day one Trump supporters. That's who we are, or I am. Day one. Okay? Got it? We welcome. I have a lot of friends here in North Georgia. Day one Ted Cruz supporters. Good. I got it. They're in. They're all in. They're not never Trumpers. They're all in. They just picked another candidate. I'm great with that. But what I want to know, if the Nikki Haley who voted for Marco Rubio, is she all in with Trump? I get it. But what did Kelly do in 2016? Did she vote for Marco Rubio? Did she vote for John Kasich? I mean, it's telling, okay? Did she vote for Jeb Bush? I just want to know. I will feel better if I know she voted for Ted Cruz. Anyhow, so moving right along, that is her latest purchase. Now, do you know this guy, number 57? We'll talk about him in a minute. Many of you know Shelley. Now, I would get in a lot of trouble if I called Shelley her latest purchase. They would be mad. Talk show host in Atlanta. Nice guy. Like him. Went, I guess, and met with Kelly. And all of a sudden, you notice all of these castrated men after they come out of the room with Kelly Loeffler? I know. That was wrong, right? But I got to say, what the hell happened? You go in with a set, you come out, boom. Just saying. What happens to these damn people? Right? What was that song, It's Raining Men? Just saying. Kelly's got away with magic or money. All right. I told you I'm going to try to stay serious. So why was Kim Kardashian number 3? We're going to get into this. They don't want to talk about it. Why was Kim Kardashian at the White House yesterday? There she is. There's Kim. Why? Now here's something I would like for you to notice in that picture. Let me put my glasses on. Only one white girl. I know if you're new. Oh, is he always this racial? No, I'm not. She's at the White House. No one reports it. In this picture, only one white girl. Let's see. What did Kim say? I know. I'm getting to Chuck Schumer. I'm getting to it. Okay? I understand. We're going to talk about that. Where the hell is that daggone? I clipped it out. Yeah, give me number 2. That should be it. There's Kim Kardashian. President Trump commuted the sentences of 3 really deserving women. I don't hear much about it in the news, so I wanted to share with you their stories. I have the pleasure of spending the day with these women today, along with, let's see, Alice Marie Free, who helped to pick these women. 73,000 likes. See, these are the wrong people. This is exactly what has the Democrats messed up. They are messed up. Now, I'm not a Kim Kardashian fan. I'm just not, all right? I'm not a Kanye West fan. Just not my thing. I don't keep up with the Kardashians. But they reach a different... Just saying. No. We don't want to, they don't want us to know. You remember this guy right here? Number 1? You remember him? I'm the majority. Is he now, we'll play the video, is he now the candidate? No, let me back up. Is he now the Republican? They can't take it. They can't take it from Greensboro, North Carolina. Is he now the Republican candidate? Because, you see, they have all these election results, and they're doing the Bernie takedown. We'll talk about that in a minute, the Bernie takedown. I mean, knife in the back, twisting it now this morning. We'll go over it. They're just glossing over these little stories. This guy stood up one night, we got the video, right? I am the majority. Oh, hell, you say. You look to be a black man in Greensboro, North Carolina. That's a town I know a little bit about. I lived right outside of Greensboro, North Carolina for a couple years. This guy goes to the podium. I think the election results that they bypassed, check the North Carolina primary and see if he's the Republican candidate for lieutenant governor. Oh, hell, you say. Their nerves are shot, folks. Biden is the down ballot savior they're hoping for, not president. If they get him to be president, I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. We're going to talk about that. Hell, you say. Boy, this gets better by the minute, doesn't it? Now, the lies the deep state, corporate, corrupt media continue to tell right here. Number 49, CNN. Now, if you're new to the show, we're going to do that because we're getting a lot of new viewers, and I appreciate it. Appreciate it. You don't appreciate it. If you're in North Carolina, I live there. I'm not knocking anybody, okay? If you think I'm making fun of anybody, you are totally wrong. But I lived in North Carolina for several years. Got a lot of family from North Carolina. And when you're in North Carolina, they appreciate you, all right? They leave the A off. They ain't no long. They just appreciate you, okay? So, let me say this. Stocks rebound after Biden Super Tuesday surge. So if you're new to the show, let me just give you really quick. I get up at 4 a.m., 3:50 some mornings. So I'm tuned in right at 4. And I watch CNN from 4 to 5. Pay attention to it. Oh, it's a struggle. And while I'm watching, I read several articles. I start reading articles and seeing if the world's still out there and seeing if people got an extended couple days on a cruise ship because they're drinking too much Corona and can't get off, whatever. So what I do at 4 is I watch CNN to see what direction and what lies they're going to tell, and they're going to go in, and then at 5 I switch over to First Look. Yes, I know, MSNBC, but I've always felt we need to know what the enemy is doing, and that's what I do. Here is what they're selling, because sometimes you out there, and I love each and every one of you, but you out there, I got the mom and dad. I'm not going to tell you, I got the mom and dad. Boom, at Fox News goes on, 6 a.m., 6:30, 7, and it goes off at 10 p.m. at night. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, hey, is there anything else? Well, on Saturday nights at 9 o'clock, Marty Stewart comes on that RFD TV that's, ran 20 years ago. What? Okay, so anyhow, if you didn't understand that, that's fine. But anyhow, some of you don't get to see the narrative they're running and what they're trying to sell. Stocks rebound after Biden Super Tuesday surge. And you see for yourself. And it's at 4:04 a.m. this morning. That's when the news cycle drops. I ask you to Google search Operation Mockingbird. Read it for yourself. Tell me what you think. Okay, here is the number 25. I'm going to get into this a little deeper. Sanders would double the government size. There you go. Right there. They are on a major takedown of Joe Biden. Now, what have I told you over and over and over again? What have I told you, right? Oh, I'm waiting for it, right? The media has to have this candidate to stop the down ballot disaster. Here's what I tell you over and over. Where is it at? Okay, let's see if this one. Yes, number 17, okay? And we're going to talk about this later. Biden charges ahead with moderate mental. Moderate mental. What do I tell you every single day on the show? No such thing. You will hear them say that exit polling, the Democrat moderates, okay, the Democrat moderates, now I'm going to tie this together because I want you to pay attention to something. The Democrat moderates and the moderate and conservative wing of the Democratic Party went for Joe Biden. No such thing. Let me tell you what Joe Biden defends, okay? I'm going to show you, okay? Number 55. Roberts versus Schumer, the Supreme Court, okay? Now, the Supreme Court, please remember that number we just went off of if you can, so I don't have to remember it. If you can go back to it, the one with Biden when I tell you. The Supreme Court, okay, Chuck U. Schumer, and we will play that clip. He attacked and threatened. He attacked and threatened, okay, Brett Kavanaugh. And he attacked and threatened Brett Kavanaugh, Supreme Court Justice, and Neil Gorsuch, Donald Trump picks to the Supreme Court. He threatened them directly. Now, we will get further into this, but do you have that clip, or do I have to get the name of it? Do you know the one I'm looking at for that one right there, Schumer? Play the clip yesterday, okay?
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you if you go forward with these awful decisions.
Okay, folks, he directly threatened them. Now, his office put out a statement, and let's see if I can find it, where the statement is. Maybe I don't have it. But his office put out a statement concerning Donald Trump last week, and that we in the media are confused. We don't know what a direct threat to a Supreme Court justice is. Now, Supreme Court Justice, Chief Justice John Roberts. No, he put out a statement because of a direct attack, okay? Direct attack. Now, last week, or whatever it was, President Donald J. Trump, he asked for Sotomayor and Justice Ginsburg to recuse themselves. They have publicly made statements, okay? Sotomayor said, maybe the conservative judges on the bench with these emergency. See, she brought up that every time the Trump administration doesn't get what they want, is what they say, they get in front of the Supreme Court ASAP. All right? They do not like that the Supreme Court is ruling in favor for the Trump administration on actually constitutional issues. So she made a comment. Ginsburg's made comments publicly. He asked for their recusal. Is it. That's it. Didn't threaten them, didn't say anything. You heard what Schumer did. He directly threatened, we're coming after you. See, I was threatened like that the other day, so I understood what he said when he pointed to them. That's the way I was treated the other day by the Loeffler campaign. Now, we only got a couple minutes before we got to go to break. Let me explain, if I may, what the abortion case, it's a Louisiana case. A similar case was with Texas was struck down about 5 years ago, and it is a law in Louisiana that's made it to the Supreme Court that does not end abortion, but it requires baby killers to have hospital admitting privileges. Now, let me tell you why that's important, okay? People will get all over, well, that's just that is not necessary. Why are they doing that? Because here's the difference. Here's the thing, okay? Every doctor, you have never, and I use that big word never, been in a hospital, admitted into a hospital without a doctor that has what's called admitting privileges. ER doctors, obviously they work in that hospital, so they have admitting privileges. You can go through the ER, and if they think they need to keep you, they admit you. They have privilege to do that. Doctors that you go visit, they're associated, and if they say, I want to put you in the hospital for a couple days for tests, they use their admitting privileges to put you in that hospital that they have the privilege to do for testing. That means they've got a cooperation with the billing and all the anesthesiologists and the testing and everything. There's a cooperative agreement there. And I think I have that. I think I'm doing pretty good with this. Now, Louisiana passed a law saying baby killers, abortionists, have to have admitting privileges. Well, you might think that's over the line. That's over the top. Because let me tell you something. You've got to understand. The end game for an abortion is to kill a baby. Now, I'm not, Schumer comes out, and let me take my couple minutes I have before we got to go to break. But the end game is to kill a baby, period. It's not to give any life any care. That's right. It's not there to care for, they're not there to care for anything. They're there strictly to end the life of what they call something. I'm serious. So why should they have to admit this child when the end game is to kill the child? That's what these people are really fighting for. You see what Louisiana is saying, and other states are going to say it too, and it's before the Supreme Court. And it's going to come out in July, probably around July, right in the middle of campaigning. But what the Louisiana law says, if you have a botched, we'll call it botched abortion, we hear that, and you happen to be looking on the table and this something that you call it a something, which is life, is still alive, kill it. Why, BKP, you don't have to go to that level at 822. No, that's who they are. Kill it. If they see difficulty in the birth canal, chop it up to get it out. I'm not joking. But you see, the Louisiana law says you got to have admitting privileges. What happens when you have admitting privileges? You then have to save life. Yeah, it's that simple, folks. This is that simple. So if this something that they call it ends up on the table and they look at each other and say, damn, it's still breathing. I hate to sound like that, but that's how they see it. It's still breathing. You become an admitting doctor that has taken an oath to save life. Period. And the minute they have to have admitting privileges, they then have to go under it's alive. And I'm going to say this alive. Then they just don't throw it in the trash can. Sorry. Fact. Throw a live baby that they just murdered in the trash can. That's what the Louisiana law is. That's what Chuck Schumer is defending. And here, give me number 35. America, this guy supports it. There's no such thing as a moderate mental in the Democrat Party. Joe Biden will support Chuck Schumer. They will support the murder. So if you are defining when life, 9 weeks, 6 weeks, okay. But these guys are okay with death. Once the child is born, to kill it. Because the minute they got to have admitting privileges, they got to save life. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be right back. Is there sanctuary cities in Georgia? And don't miss my, obviously, daily Leffler report at the top of the hour. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Welcome to the show. And before we get to our guest that we have on the screen there, D.A. King, before I bring him in, I just want to remind you, yes, we've had several more people qualify for office all around the state, especially in our viewing area. And around 9 o'clock, we'll talk about that. So just stick around for that. Our guest now, D.A. King, and let me just say something. Do you think we have sanctuary? Not you, sir. Do you think we have sanctuary cities in Georgia? Now, I've asked several politicians, elected officials in Georgia, do we have? And they say no, we do not. But House Bill HB 1083 addresses that, and I'm going to bring D.A. King in, somebody I call a friend, to address this. Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, my friend. Thank you very much for having me on your TV show.
Sir, tell us first, what is HB 1083 and what does it address?
1083 is a two-pager, and the stated goal, what it would do if it becomes law, is it will make it illegal for any local agency to have a sanctuary city policy, thereby protecting criminal illegal aliens who have already been captured, are in the jail, charged with other crimes, no matter what it is, to be turned over to the federal government for deportation. Right now, Georgia does not have a state sanctuary city law, and while it's illegal under federal law, the practice continues. And you asked if people ask, do we have sanctuary areas, cities, counties in Georgia? And the answer is yes. Most of the corporate-funded illegal alien groups push for that. Some of them, a group called Galeo, bragged here a couple of years ago about going to Fulton County and successfully installing a sanctuary city policy there, starting with the county commission and then to the sheriff. So it's happening, but the point is, whether it was happening or not, there has to be a law in place to make it illegal, to protect criminal illegal aliens.
So we may not have we may not have voted in official sanctuary cities in Georgia, but we have areas that participate by not working with ICE, that refuse to work with ICE on detainers and things of that nature, which actually really translates into being sanctuary areas in the state of Georgia, although they're not called officially that, correct?
It is correct. A sanctuary policy, a sanctuary policy in common vernacular is any policy that refuses to cooperate with the federal government on illegal aliens who are already in a jail. And it doesn't have to be, let me say this, I said illegal alien, but if somebody's here lawfully on a temporary visa or even a green card, and they commit a crime, they have, depending on the crime, but any serious, especially a violent crime, they have violated the terms of their visa, and thereby they become or soon will become an illegal alien. So all we're trying to do, Brian, and here is an example. I am president of the Dustin Inman Society, and I hope people are very well aware of our work. Dustin Inman was killed there.
Could you put the
LJ.
picture up of Dustin Weiss? Go ahead there, DA. We have his picture up now.
Dustin was killed in LJ when an illegal alien who ran into the back of the Inman family car about 70 miles an hour. It killed Dustin in the back seat. It killed the family dog. It put both Billy and Kathy, Dustin's parents, in a coma right there in front of the Burger King. Just smashed their car. When Kathy woke up weeks later from her coma, she was told that she'll be in a wheelchair with brain damage the rest of her life, and her only child was dead. Now, there's an American family that has been forever separated. Since then, Billy has died from the stress of taking care of Kathy and trying to find the illegal alien killer. And I bring this up because the illegal alien who killed Dustin and put Kathy in the wheelchair and separated this American family had contact with local law enforcement 3 separate times in the months before he committed this act. Instead of being arrested and deported, he was let go. In Chicago, last week, I believe, in Chicago, a felony convicted illegal alien in the United States had been deported 2 or 3 times. And then he was arrested again, and Chicago, having a sanctuary policy, refused to hold this person who's in the country illegally for the feds. They released him. He went on 2 days later to rape a 3-year-old little girl toddler.
Yes.
So when people in the Capitol who are anti-enforcement, like the SPLC and all these groupies of crazies. They say we're going to sue you if you put in a policy that outlaws sanctuary cities. People should pay attention to this because the world is going crazy, and we all know that. But it's going crazier here in Georgia.
Well, put DA's picture up. Let me go to the hearing yesterday. And folks, you know, the one thing, when I say one thing, if you want to give your state here of Georgia, you know, a shout out in a positive way, you can watch. You do not have to be, you know, you could be informed in Georgia. You can watch these hearings. I mean, they're live. Yesterday I watched a hearing live when you were there, but you can go, our state of Georgia, one level of transparency, let's just stay there, is they have the TV. You can go watch live. And what was interesting yesterday, and I hope I don't get this wrong, is it Jesse Petrie? Is that his name?
Correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
And he presented the bill in a hearing yesterday, a committee hearing. And then Georgia acting director of ICE, Thomas Giles, did I get that correct?
He's for the Southeast. It's Georgia, Tennessee, and South Carolina.
Okay, so yes, because he made reference to a case in Carolina yesterday. He gave testimony, and then DA, yourself, you gave testimony. Do you have that queued up where DA, do you have that right? Let's play that, and then we'll talk about that. Let's play your testimony from yesterday.
Thank you, members of House Judiciary Committee. My name is Jacqueline Sun, and I am here to testify in support of the HB 1083. And to the previous lady, this bill has nothing to do with the 287G, and I don't think any community should not be mandated. I live in Gwinnett County, and I am a first-generation refugee and legal immigrant. I am a naturalized U.S. citizen, and I love this country. My family and I escaped the Khmer Rouge genocide in the killing fields of Cambodia. The things that makes America different from any other country is the strength and fairness of the rule of law. Tolerating illegal immigration who committed a violent crime and providing a safe haven is unfair to the legal immigrants who respect our nation's law and insult those who do the right way. And they give future prospective immigrants little incentives to follow the law. Also, in today's hearing, you may hear many testimonies who support sanctuary policy that will use the term immigrant interchangeably with all three kinds of immigrants. There are legal immigrants who come to this country like my family, and the second one is those who come here illegally and didn't commit any crime. They just want to come here for a better life. And then there's the third category that are here illegally and continue to commit violent crimes like rape, murder, sexual assault, and armed robbery. The anti-sanctuary law only helps the third category. Last month,
all right,
Chicago PD.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
All right, DA, that is a friend of yours from Cambodia, and let me tell you what I liked about that testimony. She gave the 3 points of people that come here like her and her family legally, people that come illegally but are truly just searching for a better life, and in the ones that come here, the third category, that this bill truly addresses the criminals. But tell me a little bit about your friend that we just watched her testimony.
She's just so wonderful. She's a little bit of constant energy. Her name is Jacqueline Singh, Tseng. She is an immigrant from Cambodia. She has actually been in a communist re-education camp before her family made it all the way out to the U.S. She and her husband are Gwinnett County residents. They're very successful, and Jacqueline is running for the Gwinnett County Commission, and I wish her all the luck. I'm very, very grateful. We worked hard to get people down there to speak yesterday at that hearing. It's hard to get people to come to downtown Atlanta to help them take care of the state, but we had, I think, as many speakers as the crazies did. And when I say the crazies, I'm talking about people like from the SPLC who stood up and told the board, the committee, that if this law is passed to protect us from criminal aliens already in jail, that they are going to sue the state of Georgia.
You know, let me go with this. First of all, I would like to get with you later to get her information, see if I can get her on, because, you know, folks out there need to know there is a legal process in this country, and people are in line to legally come here and become a part of this great nation. And why that is so overlooked, myself personally, I don't know. So I'd like to get her on. But you know what took me back yesterday? First of all, a detainer, an ICE detainer, does not require a warrant. Okay, if someone is in a prison somewhere, we talked about that yesterday at the hearing. ICE should be notified. And they talk about ICE raids, and I'm going to give you the floor in a minute. They talk about ICE raids in communities. I heard people get up and testify that people wouldn't go out of the house in fear of ICE raids. That is all misrepresented, folks. ICE is their main game is not to go raid, but when they have to go do their job in a community, they have to go do their job. But when they're doing that, it's usually because the detainer, that would be easy. They're getting out of jail. ICE picks them up. Nobody is upset or in fear in the neighborhood. But that's what happens that they don't tell the truth about. And I want one more thing to get you to comment on that. I was taken back by the amount of people that stood up that were trying to defend constitutional rights that you and I have that these people don't have. Now, I don't know if I'm just losing it, but I'm there. What the heck? They don't have these constitutional rights. Go ahead, DA.
Well, just imagine if a criminal who's born in Toledo, Ohio, for example, 25 years ago, is in jail in Marietta, Georgia for armed robbery, and the jail gets a request from Toledo, Ohio, that this guy has robbed a bank, and we want him. When you're done with him, please hold him so that we can come get him and prosecute him here in Ohio for the bank robbery. Now, just imagine the city of Marietta, Georgia, saying, no, we're not going to release him to you. We're just not even going to tell you when he is released. We're just going to let him go when we're done with him. It's the people who lobby for, and I'm glad you saw this hearing, but the people in the Capitol, and it's a growing, very well-funded illegal alien lobby in the Georgia state Capitol, that they have a set of lies, and they are super good at sticking to their talking points, however crazy they are. They stick to them. The far left sets a good example for people. I want people to understand in your audience, Brian, that the state of Georgia is in a really, really bad way right now on illegal immigration. We are home to more illegal aliens than we are green card holders. That is a staggering, true statement. We have more illegal aliens than Arizona. The media here in Georgia, the mainstream media, is extremely dishonest. If a criminal alien is caught committing a crime, the chances are 50-50 that somebody reading a newspaper or watching the news in Atlanta is ever going to find out that this particular person had already been in an American jail.
DA, HB 1083, let me ask you a question. Do we have support for this all the way to the governor's office, or where do you think this sets right now, and what do we got to do next?
Let me do two things, because the two representatives who did this are extremely brave, and it shouldn't take a lot of courage to introduce a common sense bill like this. But it's State Representative Jesse Petrie from Savannah and State Representative Philip Singleton from Sharpsburg. And these guys deserve support and help. And anybody who's out there right now needs to call their state representative and not ask them, but tell them to vote yes on this bill. Because right now, as we are speaking, Brian, there is another committee hearing in that same room, the same committee, and they're deciding whether or not to vote it out so the House can vote it on the floor.
Right, it's got to be voted out. What exactly, and I don't know if we've really touched on this, and I think if I was the audience out there, I would be saying, okay, what exactly does this bill do in the 2 pages that we want to support it, and what exactly is, we call the crazies, but what is driving them crazy, and what do we want to support in this bill?
just explaining it to the layman who's not in the Capitol every day, it's enough to say that this bill is extremely well written. It's very simple. It's easy to understand, and it simply makes it illegal for any law enforcement agency or local government in Georgia to not honor a detainer or a request from ICE to, hey, you have somebody in your jail. We have probable cause to believe that he is an illegal alien. We have an interest. We may want to deport him or at least investigate him. It makes it illegal for the local government to not honor that request. And you asked me a question earlier. I'm going to speak quickly, but you asked me if this has vocal support from the governor. And I'm here to tell you that the governor has not mentioned illegal immigration one single time since he was elected. Not since he was sworn in, but since he was elected. So if people want to know if the governor supports this bill, I suggest they call him at 404-656-1776.
D.A. King, we appreciate it. Thank you very much, folks. We've been talking about HB 1083, and I would like to, what we're going to do, D.A., is we're going to put this up, and then we're also going to link yesterday's hearing, because I tell you, folks, it's like 45 minutes that, you know, it's not that long, and it's very important. And we're going to link the hearing yesterday with all of the witnesses. And I especially want you to hear Acting Director, ICE Director, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Thomas Giles, and the disinformation, bad information you get that they really want to go into communities and scare people and bang and knock down doors is not true. That's doing their job. What they would like to do is have the cooperation, and tell me where I'm wrong, DA, what they'd like to do is have the cooperation with law enforcement to pick these people up at the jail, cause no disruption, and that's what this bill would do. Correct or wrong?
That is correct. It's much more safe for everybody concerned if an ICE agent can walk into a jail, interview, investigate, and perhaps take custody of a criminal alien than it is to go out into the streets and have to search for them. But
they're not interested in knocking down a door and scaring little kids, but that's what the crazies want to lead you to believe.
That it is, and the crazies folks do not care about loss of life for America, but they always will tell you we can't do this because it separates quote-unquote immigrant families, and that is a slap in the face to real legal immigrants like Jacqueline Singh that you saw on your screen a minute ago.
Folks, if you also watch this, you will be taken back by the presentation of the other side that want to extend constitutional rights to people that should not have our rights. It just blows me away. DA, thank you very much. I appreciate it all the time. Keep us updated here on what's going on and let us know what we can do to help, okay?
Good work, Brian. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, folks, we're going to take a brief break. We're going to come back. I promised you at 9 a.m. a Loeffler update, and I know it's not something you get tired of, but I want to come back and talk about the new moderate lane. There's no such thing with Democrats with Joe Biden, and also what's going on in the Supreme Court. I'm your host, BKP. Take us a break.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, 1 nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hey folks, I'm your host BKP. It's good to be back here. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. That's our email address. That's our phone number. You can text us if you have news, comments 24/7. And there's all the way you can follow us on social media. So right before 9, I'm going to go ahead at 9 o'clock and do my Loeffler update, Kelly Loeffler. But before we do that, we got just a couple minutes. So I like to treat the audience here as family. I like to say, hey, welcome. And in that, I like to tell you what we got going on. Now, I don't say it jokingly. I am the CEO of FetchYourNews.com. This is an opinion show. I get in trouble all the time. But if you go to FetchYourNews.com and you look at the articles and the different things that our reporters put up, it's amazing. We have an opinion section, but our news section is really actually news, okay? Not corporate, deep state, corporate, corrupt media. Getting past that, okay, we do a lot of politics. We do the arrest records, all the above. We are the fastest growing online news network in Georgia. And you're getting ready to see some new things happen. So first of all, we feel there's an audience out there that would like, now I'm going to say it like this, you would like to be on FetchYourNews.com as far as reading, but some of that qualifying political this and political that and murder and mystery and all that stuff and drug bust, you just would like just some, relaxation. Bring it down a couple notches. Well, we hear you, and we've been working. This is a big project we've been working on. I don't just get off the air at 10 a.m. and boom, wait till 8 a.m. the next morning. All right, give me number, and we're introducing this today, and I'm probably going to get in trouble because the staff is going to say we're not ready, but it's only about 5 days away, folks. It's getting ready to happen. Okay, give me number 8. We are getting ready to launch the FYN Sunday edition. Sunday edition, FYN. That's right. There will be no politics. That's right. No drug busts, no arrest records. No. There will be features, food, entertainment, recipes, wineries, maybe a haunted house. You name it. It's going to be on FYN Sunday edition. Now, how does it work? Every Sunday morning at 6 a.m., a new edition will launch. And there'll be 10 to 12 stories every Sunday morning. It's its own website. It's still, the parent company is FetchYourNews.com, but it'll be its own website. We have somebody that's going to be Lonnie. Have you met Lonnie? Lonnie Adams will be running this project. We're excited about that. He is a great feature writer. If you've never had an opportunity to read Lonnie's work, we will have an arts and entertainment section. We will have, maybe we'll see who has the best biscuit, who has the best hamburger. There will be so much on here. The reason I tell you is you can put our number up. I guess you got to put the whole thing up. If you got to put the whole thing up, just do it. Get in touch with us if you have. There will be pets. There will be veterinarians, if I got that right. There will be maybe a magician. I wanted to just see if I can say it. You name it. What about if you have a rescue farm and you have llamas and alpacas? I don't know. What if you have a bear on the front porch? This will be the place. Go back to that. Number 8, FYN Sunday morning edition. So stay tuned. Follow us on our social media. Getting ready to blast this out. That's exciting. Now, leave that up for a minute. There's some excitement here that we can't tell you about. Well, could you get somebody else, or are they working on it? Get the team, the whole entire staff. I want a whole team on this project. No, I'm trying to get a picture to show you, and they can't get it off the screenshot I took, so they're working on it. We'll get it for you in a minute. Now, there's something I can't tell you, but I gotta let you know. You're gonna wake up one morning. Well, we hope you all wake up, right? You're gonna wake up one morning and boom, there is going to be an enormous, amazing, you got it changed to FYN. It's coming. We've been working on something really big. Hey, 14 hours a day, maybe. I don't know. I'm not bragging. We just do around here. So get ready for that. It's coming. Now, let's go. Take that down. Let's start a new recording. Now, I want you to tell me when you got the picture. Are you able to get it yet, or are we still working on it? All right, we still have the whole staff working on this one picture. But we're going to get it, folks, because you want to see it. All right, so new recording. Ready? Give me a thumbs. Oh, there's my thumbs up I was looking for. Now, how do I present this? All right, so we're going to, this is my opinion. My opinion, okay? Clearly, because they got their attorneys watching and the campaign has already threatened me, all right? A member of the campaign threatened me. This does not end well for you. Whoa, whoa, hold on there, Baba Louie. So anyhow, number 9, okay? Now, this is my opinion, Kelly's latest purchase, okay? That would be, okay, Nikki Haley. Now, as I said earlier, this to me is her latest purchase. Monday, March 9th, 11 a.m., Cobb County Republican headquarters. I'd like to be down there, but I'm wondering if they're listening, if they'll block me at the door. Because I'm telling you, we need to call her Rope Line Kelly. That's who she is, Rope Line Kelly. There's a rope line around this princess. You know, in the car dealership, when you go in and they've got that one car and it's signed "Do Not Touch," that's her, Rope Line Kelly. Now, very serious. Let's keep a couple things in mind. Ready? She's been a senator for 2 months, folks. Now, if I'm correct, she was sworn in January 6th of this year. If I'm correct. It is March 5th, January 6th, February 6th, 2 months. And in 2 months, okay, Rope Line Kelly here has put her name on a handful of bills, voted on a handful of bills, to try to make her look as though she's the most conservative, most pro-life, most Second Amendment. She is the most Trump supporter. Okay? Now go and look. Kelly voted to acquit the President of the United States. Now let's stay with that. Senator Loeffler voted on the 2 counts of impeachment to acquit. We thank you for that. But now we're not being ugly, because we hope Johnny Isakson, the former senator that left early during his term, which created this, I'm pretty positive we consider Johnny a moderate, and that's being nice. We're going to be nice today, all right? I'm pretty positive that Johnny Isakson would have voted to acquit the President of the United States on both counts. So there's a lot of senators out there that voted no to impeaching the President. So she has not done something, it's not like she's doing backflips across the gymnastic mat and getting a 10 for it. There's others that have done the same. 2 months, a handful of votes. Her handlers, might I say, let me go to another picture there. No, I'll stay with that one for a minute. Her handlers, okay, are doing their job and making sure she puts her name. I mean, you can walk. Hey, where do I put my name on a bill? Right in that room there. And she looks over, because I've been with her press secretary, to the person. Now, what numbers? I want to get it correctly. You want this one? Here's your little cheat sheet. So she goes in there and says, I'd like to put my name on this bill here. Oh, now she's an amazing senator. My God, is she conservative. Why, she is everything we've ever dreamed of. Everyone that goes in a room with her comes out and absolutely loves Kelly. Something's not right. 2 months. In 2 months, she is amazing. Amazing that Kelly is. Ropeline Kelly. Do you know this guy here? Okay, he has not answered me. Number 57. Is his name what? Shelley? He's not answered me. Let's see if he's even. Let's see. He hasn't even checked his messages. I don't know how to get him. I've tried. His name is Shelley Winter. I like the guy. He's a radio guy down in Atlanta, African American. We'll stay with that. I don't know what he wants. African American. He went to see Kelly. And he came out a Kelly supporter. See, and he talks about on a video all the uproar this week. And I wonder where the uproar came from. I wonder. I don't know. But I was down at the Capitol Monday with the uproar. Maybe I was involved in the uproar. So what does the campaign do? They bring him in. Come down and see us. Kelly would like to talk to you. And I'm sorry, if you come on the show, I will give you a chance to just call me anything you want. But he, again, one more male comes out of a meeting with Kelly castrated. They go in with a set, they come out, and they're missing. I'm not joking around. I don't know what she's doing because he did not ask the hard questions. I watched his video yesterday, and his video says, I'm with her. I stand with Kelly. This guy put a video up. I stand with Kelly. 4 minutes, I'm not going to play. And I'm like, but in the 4 minutes, he never addresses the hard questions he asked, because he did not. But he came out standing with Kelly, unifying the Republican Party. You know what he said that really is frosting me up to here with these people? Don't tell me anymore that we have to trust the governor. These people come up, we have to trust the governor. Why, we need to. He made the pick. We voted for him. He picked her. We must trust the governor. No, it's the governor's Constitution, Georgia Constitution requirement. It's his place to appoint a temporary until the next available election. You see, this woman's been voted to nothing in 2 months. She's the most everything in the world. Why, God, she is amazing. Do you know what? If you go get a job somewhere, 90 days is when they give you a review. You know what I tell somebody that comes to work here? I'll tell you straight up. I tell them, hey, first 2 weeks, I'm not excited. You're going to give your best. It's 60 days, 90 days, okay? So another one has come out. It says we must trust the governor. Why, my God, we've got to trust Brian. Number 6. I will remind you, Ropeline Kelly. Do you see there she is turning? Brian Kemp's head, the governor of Georgia, is down because he's not running the show. And the press secretary, next. Now, you're tired of this, but I'm going to play it, damn it. All right, put it up. 5. 5. There we go. Perdue, Senator Perdue. Look at those microphones. I hope none of them have the coronavirus. 6. Ropeline Kelly. And 7. Congressman Doug Collins. I hope there's no coronavirus. Now, look at number 13. We're just going to put this up. We're going to get away from this. Okay? I think David Perdue, the senator of Georgia, I think this campaign, I think Perdue would like for something to happen. Senator David Perdue. You see, this is March 4th, 2020. A true outsider. I'm the true outsider, Perdue saying. You see, Perdue got elected by the people. The next time somebody says, well, she's like David Perdue. She's a business leader. She's an outsider. No, she is not. Mr. Perdue, the senator, said, I'm going to run for this race. Guess what? Damn it! I'm so damn tired of this. Guess what? There was 8 candidates. I think I can name them. Maybe Derek Grayson, Paul Brown, David Perdue, Karen Handel, Jack Kingston. There were more. Guess what? It didn't rip the Republican Party of Georgia apart. I get so damn tired of that. It didn't. There was 8 candidates. I went to so many of their forums. I interviewed him multiple times. He was elected by the people 3 times, people of Georgia. I mean, he ran in 3 races. Well, 1 race, 3 elections. He was in the runoff. So you got these 8 candidates all over Georgia. Congressional 1st District, Jack Kingston, the list goes on. Former Congressional 10th District, I think it is, Dr. Paul Brown. He runs all across the state. He gets in the runoff. That's election number 1. The people of Georgia have spoken. Well, then he runs again 90 days later or whatever, 60 days, he wins the runoff. He becomes what? The Republican nominee. Then who did he run against? I know. A Democrat, Michelle Nunn. It was the damn process. I am so damn tired of them not telling you the truth. He was an outsider. The people of Georgia said David Perdue. I get tired of, well, David Perdue is wealthy. Well, David Perdue is a businessman. Well, David Perdue is outsider. I just explained to you. Michelle Nunn, Jack Kingston, 8 candidates. The people of Georgia said, hey, David, go to Washington, damn it. A process. Didn't tear the Republican Party apart. Well, it wasn't a special election. Well, maybe that special election was all set up. Because guess what? Kelly Loeffler has been your senator. Loeffler, I get corrected on that. She's been your senator for 2 months, folks. 2 months. And everybody, we must trust the governor. We must trust. She's not elected to jack. Nothing. And now she wants a 6-year term. In my opinion, she keeps buying endorsements. I do not dislike Senator Loeffler. I want to know how the hell she became Senator Loeffler's. All I want to know. I just want the facts. I want to know if her husband Jeffrey made a call to Purdue Ag Business. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. I want to know if Jeffrey was on the plane with her when her and Brian Kemp snuck out of town on a Sunday and flew to Washington, D.C. on the Intercontinental Exchange jet. I just want to know. I want to know if Hart Ag Strong was made whole, and that include the governor, from Purdue Ag Business. And anybody made, I just want to know. I want to know how you became senator. I know how he became senator. I just explained it to you. And now we are all terrible with Ropeline Kelly because she wants a 6-year term. 2 months. 2 months. Now, her latest purchase, let me go the outsider. I guarantee you this has got to have Purdue. I don't know, but it's got to have him smoked. Look at her website, number 11. Outsider, number 11. Conservative businesswoman, political outsider. I just got to do that, folks, because it frosts me. I mean, it just frosts. Political outsider. Why hell, you say? Conservative businesswoman. 2 months. 2 months. Boy, she's everything. She's everything you could ever hope for. Kelly is. Ropeline Kelly. She bought a Kia. They're made in Georgia. She bought a new jet. She is buying endorsements. That's my opinion. Mitch McConnell, Bloom. Mark Levin, okay? Now, Mark Levin went and just blasted her and Mitch McConnell yesterday. Her and Mitch McConnell, I think, I had to tweet about the money she keeps dumping in all of these little PACs that help other candidates. Yes. It's not an accident. See, Nikki Haley, I would probably say she has a political action committee of her own. Would you check? Won't you check and see if Nikki has a political action committee of her own that helps other Republicans get elected? Watch and see. Now, I got Todd Starnes. I don't have Todd Starnes' picture. I wish I did. Todd Starnes, okay, has endorsed. Can you find Todd Starnes? Just Google Todd Starnes endorses Doug Collins and see if you can find a picture of something and put it up, okay? If you can, let me know. So Todd Starnes has endorsed Congressman Doug Collins, okay? We know Devin Nunes has endorsed Congressman Doug Collins. And you see, Congressman Doug Collins is not pumping a bunch of money. He needs money to run against the princess here. He's not pumping a bunch of money unless it's something I don't know. Into Nunes, he's not. He has the chair of the Freedom Caucus. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting your name. Mike Huckabee. All right. Now Todd Starnes in Georgia. And I like this endorsement. I'm not endorsing Doug Collins. Get off my damn back. That's not what this is about. It's just clarity, trying to be clear, trying to clear it up, okay? And then I'm going to show you the guy that threatened me the other day. Now, if you have that, have you been able to find something? Todd Starnes. I'll tell you what. You're okay in there. I'm telling you. Way to go, Destiny. Todd Starnes, okay? Now, I wanted to say something. All of those ads you are seeing that are talking about how Kelly has purchased a pro-life endorsement by all of these groups, and she's the most amazing pro-life woman in the world. Now, personally, maybe, I don't know, there's some reason, but she has no children. Her and Jeffrey have no children. I just say it. There's got to be plenty of room in that $10.5 million mansion for a couple children. There's got to be enough money for a nanny or two for a couple of children. Hell, adopt some poor kids from another country or something. You know, nothing like 2 millionaires. I'm not going there. But all of a sudden, she's so pro-life. I mean, she is pro-life. Todd Starnes, folks, has endorsed Doug Collins. Todd Starnes alone, to me, nixes all of this bull about Doug Collins and his pro-life credentials right there on the screen. I like that guy. I like Todd Starnes. And I'm just telling you, I'm not endorsing. I'm just saying. They are running all these ads making Collins as though he's not pro-life. Todd Starnes endorsed Doug Collins. Now, I want to get back to one thing, and I'm going to get off this because I am lit up. This lits me up. This lights me up on a daily basis. Give me number 12. New Senator Kelly Loeffler sworn in. Let's see. I have that article here where it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, take a deep breath. No, that's not it. That's not it. There it is. New Senator Kelly Loeffler will help oversee agency that regulates her husband's business. There you go. All right, she's on there. All right. After joining the Senate, Kelly Loeffler won assignment to the Senate Agriculture Committee, which oversees the Commodities Future Trading Commission. Now, wait a minute. She is going to be on a committee that oversees the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Her husband is the owner of the New York Stock Exchange, Intercontinental Exchange, LLC, or whatever. Look it up. All right? The largest commodity trading clearinghouse or whatever they are in the world. She is going to be on the committee that oversees Commodity Futures Trading Commission. And then Purdue Ag Business, one of the world's, or is the world's largest commodity trading in soybeans and sunflower seeds or whatever, purchased another commodities company, AgStrong LLC, that Governor Brian Kemp and some friends were involved with Just the whole thing. Would somebody please tell me? New Senator Loeffler's husband, Jeffrey Spritzer, I guess that's his name, I don't know, is CEO Intercontinental Exchange, which is regulated by the CFTC. Loeffler, and Republican, was appointed by Senator Brian Kemp. Why are they not bragging about that like they are her pro-life credentials? Why not? Why are they not? No, they're down in South Georgia. She's putting some boots on, getting muddy, and she says, I'm here for the farmer. I was raised on the farm. I had braces as a little girl. What the hell? We know the truth. We know the truth. Yeah, right? Why are they not bragging about this? Loeffler's husband, Jeffrey, is the CEO of Intercontinental Exchange, we know that, which is regulated by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and which owns the New York Stock Exchange. The Senate Agricultural Commission, which Loeffler joined following her Senate confirmation, oversees it. Where's that in your TV ads? Where's that in all your bragging about what you're doing? No, let me tell you what's happening with this one, folks. 2-month Kelly. Get her to November. Get her elected. And then you have 6 years. That's when she will do that's when she will do what she really went, my opinion, to Washington for her business, and her husband, not you, the people of Georgia. I'm your host, BKP. Let's take a break. That's enough for one damn day. We'll be right back.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let's talk about election results the other night, okay? All right, now first, there you go. Text me, email there. We've got something exciting getting ready to happen. Do you have the picture now? I mean, what do we have to call in? Like 8 people to work on this? Now you see, damn it, I got to put my glasses on. You knew that when you did that. Okay, folks, you see that right there? That is our new FYN TV app. Now we have launched that app, but we're gonna put it out there where you can find it. Actually, if you go right now, we're updating some back end of it. So if you go right now and you download it, the app, you will see just picture cards, but we're getting ready to fix all of that. You'll be able to go to the website, find Pet of the Week. You'll be able, All-Star Political Panel. This is going to be amazing. We have launched FYN TV, all right? Period. There's the app. Google, you go to the Google Play Store, or whatever the hell it's called, and you look for FYN TV. You can download that app. You can go to the Apple Store, whatever the Apple people out there, you can go there, okay? You can find the app on Amazon. Yes, on Amazon for your TV. We have the 2 mobile apps. Then we have the Amazon app for your TV. We have the Apple TV app and Roku, right? That's what it's called, Roku. The app is on there also. So yes, FYN TV. We wanted to get our app done because we're getting ready to launch some more shows. As I told you earlier, put the Sunday edition up just for a minute. We will get back. Put that up just for a minute. FYN Sunday edition is coming your way. No arrest records, no murders, no drug deals, no politics. You know, I went to somebody and I asked somebody that is a great feature writer if they would like to write for the FYN Sunday edition. I looked at them and said, no politics. They said, real? They drew their eyes down a little. Really? Are you sure? Positive. No politics. FYN Sunday edition will soon launch every Sunday morning at 6 a.m. You get up 6 a.m., boom, new edition. It's going to be great, covering every county. Back to the app. Okay, back to the app. One more time. There you go. Find FYN TV, all right, on Google, Apple, and then on Amazon, Roku, and Apple TV. It's already there. We're doing some work in the back end, but if you can't wait, go get that. Boom, hit there, and you're watching the show. All right, new recording. Election results. You ready? Okay. I wait for the thumbs up. Election results, Tuesday night, Super Tuesday, that they're not telling you about. Okay? Now, I will say this. You know out there I said early on, Biden would be the nominee. Now, is there a chance there's somebody else? Still, there's a chance. Are you saying there's a chance? Yes. But Biden could be the nominee. I said it early on. I went against my better judgment when Rush said he was toast months ago. And I said, not yet. And then I went a little bit on the, yeah, I think he might be toast. But I'm back up on the, I think he might be the nominee curve. But I said it early on. Now, I'm going to tell you why he's going to be, or why I think he may end up the nominee. We still have a convention, long way to go. But here is the politics that they don't want to talk about. And I want to do this for a reason, because down ballot, do you remember this guy? Let's start here, okay? Number 1. All right. Now, I don't think I'm going to play. This is gun rights champion Mark Robinson wins Republican nomination for NC Lieutenant Governor. Okay? Mark Robinson became a national sensation when his video appeared and went viral last year. Let's start the video. I don't know if we're going to do the whole thing, but because it is 4 minutes. But let's remind you who Mark Robinson is.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes. I didn't have time to
You have to give us your name.
I'm sorry. My name is Mark Robinson. I live at
It's right here in Greensboro. I've lived in Greensboro all my life. I didn't have time to write a fancy speech. I didn't have time to, I didn't have the resource of an English teacher to sit down and write a speech with at school today and be, brought over here or practice or anything. What I really came down here for is this. I've heard a whole lot of people in here talking tonight about this group and that group and domestic violence and blacks, these minorities and that minority. What I want to know is, when are you all going to start standing up for the majority? And here's who the majority is. I'm the majority. I'm a law-abiding citizen who's never shot anybody, never committed a serious crime, never committed a felony. I've never done anything like that. But it seems like every time we have one of these shootings, nobody wants to put the blame where it goes, which is at the shooter's feet. You want to put it at my feet. You want to turn around and restrict my right, constitutional right that's spelled out in black and white. You want to restrict my right to buy a firearm and protect myself from some of the very people you're talking about in here tonight. It's ridiculous. I don't think Rod Serling could come up with a better script. It does not make any sense. The law-abiding citizens of this community and many communities around this country, we're the first ones taxed and the last ones considered and the first ones punished when things like this happens, because our rights are the ones that are being taken away. That's the reason why I came down here today. Gun show or no gun show, NRA or no NRA. I'm here to stand up for the law-abiding citizens of this community, because I'm going to tell you that what's going to happen. You can take the guns away from us all you want to. You all write a law, I follow the law, I'll bring my guns down here, I'll turn them in. But here's what's going to happen. The Crips and the Bloods on the other side of town, they're not going to turn their guns in. They're going to hold on to them. And what's going to happen when you have to send the police down there to go take them? The police can barely enforce the law as it is. As what I see, we demonize the police, criminalize and vilify the police, and we make the criminals into victims. And we're talking about restricting guns? How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that when the police department's already hamstrung? You're not going to be able to go down here and take these guns from these criminals. So the criminals are going to hold on to their guns. They're still going to have them. They're still going to break in my house, and they're still going to shoot me with them. And guess who's going to be the one that suffers? It's going to be me. Well, I'm here to tell you tonight, it is not going to happen without a fight. And when I say fight, I don't mean shots fired. I don't mean fist thrown. I mean I'm going to come down here to this city council and raise hell just like these loonies from the left do until you listen to the majority of the people in this city. And I am the majority. The majority of the people in this city are law-abiding, and they follow the law, and they want their constitutional right to be able to bear arms. They want to be able to go to the gun show and buy a hunting rifle or a sport rifle. There are no military-grade weapons sold at the gun show. An AR-15 is not a military-grade weapon. Anybody that would go into combat with an AR-15 is a fool. It's a semi-automatic .22 rifle. You'd be killed in 15 minutes in combat with that thing. So we need to dispel all these myths, and we need to drop all this division that we got going on here. Because the bottom line is, when that Second Amendment was written, whether the framers liked it or not, they wrote it for everybody. And I am everybody. And the law-abiding citizens of this city are everybody. And we want our rights, and we want to keep our rights. And by God, we're going to keep them, come hell or high water.
I told you I didn't know if I was going to play everything, but there's nowhere to exit that. I am the majority. I am the majority. Now, I had to play that. I mean, you should tag that right there. Send it to all of your friends. There's something wrong here. He is a black man. He's in Greensboro, North Carolina. He understands the whole game. They are running on the left, understands the entire game. His name is Mark Robinson, became a national sensation when a video appeared and went viral last year. The video showed Robinson at a city council meeting in Greensboro, North Carolina, where he was championing the rights of gun owners. He warned the council about I am the majority. You're not going to fringe on my rights. The Associated Press, this is from the Associated Press, political newcomer Mark Robinson of Greensboro wins GOP nomination for lieutenant governor. That man is on the ballot to be lieutenant governor of Georgia in the Republican Party. Political newcomer, a former factory worker. Oh, wait a minute. He's going to go through the process. He's a former factory worker. Brian Kemp, Kelly Loeffler, Mr. Smith, whatever. A former factory worker, a daycare operator whose gun rights speech before the Greensboro City Council in 2018 vaulted him to the prominence among conservatives, won the Republican nomination for North Carolina's lieutenant governor on Tuesday in a crowded field. First-time candidate Mark Robinson also exceeded the 30% threshold needed to win outright and avoid a runoff. He's not in a runoff. He's the candidate. Yes. Are you hearing that story? No. In North Carolina? No. You're hearing Joe Biden and his moderate track. Okay, what about this? Hang tight there, Baba Louie. I'm on my way. I got it coming. Darn it. Where is my picture that I want here? I've got it. Slow down here. I'll get it in a minute. Okay. I wanted to find... Hang on. Maybe I don't have it. Maybe I've just thought I had it because I got coronavirus. What else do I have here? Or maybe I don't. So leave it there. Maybe I didn't clip the picture. What is that one? Nope, that's not it. So election night, 2020. Election night, Super Tuesday. Nobody talks about, leave him up, the Trump results. They're afraid. This is what they're afraid of. And we'll get to that in a minute. Let's see. Georgia, boom. Newcomer, Democrat, Supreme Court. The untold story, okay? Remember Massachusetts? Now, what nobody's talking about is how big a win Trump had in Vermont. Do you have that video? Don't I have another video on that? Let's play that video. This is the untold story. Listen to this.
At the untold story of Super Tuesday, that in Vermont, you had President Trump beating the vote totals of all past incumbents in the last 4 decades in Vermont. In Colorado, turnout was higher than the last 3 GOP primaries combined. And in Maine, beating the vote totals of all past primary candidates in the last 4 decades yet again. These are states that are blue states. And President Trump is prevailing. The energy is on our side. No one's talking about it now, but they're going to wake up very surprised on November 3rd, 2020. And I would look tonight at the untold story of Super Tuesday, that in Vermont, you had President...
All right. Blue states, okay? Blue states where Vermont, Trump is the only one on the ballot. Obama, 4 years ago, or 8 years ago, whatever it's up to now, 7 years ago, only one on the ballot. For example, in New Hampshire, when Obama was running for re-election, he got 49,080 votes. In New Hampshire, 129,696 came out to vote for Trump. Texas, Obama's re-election number, 518,138. Trump's re-election number, all right, in the primary, 1,907,342. They don't want to talk about the lack of enthusiasm. They don't want to talk about how many Republicans or how many people in blue states are actually coming out and voting for Trump. Now, we've shown you all the fears, okay? Let me give you one more, and then we'll go to what they're trying to do to Bernie Sanders. And I'll give you my final take of the day. Number 3. Remember, there's Kim Kardashian. We only have one white girl in the list. I don't say that jokingly. There's only one white lady in the list. Kim Kardashian put up on her post yesterday. Is that number 2? Yeah, give me number 2. President Trump commuted the sentence of 3 really deserving women. I don't hear much about it in the news, so I wanted to share with you their stories. Now, as I told you earlier, I do not keep up with the Kardashians. Don't follow anything Kanye West does, but they're talking to a different group of Americans. Okay? No, that's not racial. They're talking to a different group. Mr. Roberts is talking to a different group. Oh, we go on and on. They can't take it. Their nerves are shot. Now, I'm going to go through the lie, okay, that they're telling. So let's get to number 14. We're going to go through the pictures. Here are the liars this morning. Number 14 will not bring you any news. Sanders continues to accuse Biden of having campaign funded by corporate establishment, and that is true. These are the haters. They're ready to go to end. They're ending Bernie Sanders this morning, and we will show you how they're ending. Bernie's only 50 delegates away. Now, I say this in a joking manner. You remember when I was a kid, we had this video game. It just started coming out, graphics, and it was a boxing game. And it said body blow, body blow, body. And then you finally got the knockout punch. MSNBC, CNN, no jokes, they are working hard to finish the knockout punch of Bernie Sanders this morning. Okay? I am not endorsing, agreeing with anything, giving Bernie Sanders any validation whatsoever. But you know, Bernie's at least telling you the truth. I know you're not happy. He's a communist. He told you the truth. He's a socialist. He's told you the truth. He's going to blow up the budget. He's told you the truth. Okay? Now you just have a choice not to pick Bernie Sanders. But Biden, oh, everything about this is laid out. Don't you think it's not? Let's go to I'll give you another one here. All right, I'm almost there. Okay. Give me number 15. Bloomberg exits, clears moderate lane for Biden. No, not true. There's no moderate lane, and Bloomberg owns Biden now. Biden paid dearly for that. Bloomberg has delegates. Biden goes into the convention, he's short a couple delegates. They throw the super ones his way, he's still short just 5 or 6 delegates. These people go into the convention with 5 or 6 delegates. Now, let me ask you something. All the people that have gotten out of the race, pay attention, for the Democrats, did not get out of the race after they lost. They lost South Carolina after they lost on Super Tuesday. This guy did. But, that's what I'm saying, check the Republicans. I'd like to know, and I'll do it today, how many Republicans were still in the race Election Day, Super Tuesday last time. It's a fix, folks. Fix, folks. Number 16, Bloomberg exits race and endorses Joe Biden. He buys Joe Biden. Oh, they're doing their work over there. Here's another one. Number 17 is 319. You got to understand, they did this for an hour. That's why I keep putting these pictures up, because of the timestamp on the bottom. Biden charges ahead with moderate mantle. Not true. We talked about that. Sanders continues, number 18, to accuse Biden of campaign funding by corporate establishment. Well, now, they're going to clear that up this morning. So what they do is they bring in number 20, Steve Ratner. I think his name's Steve Ratner. And he was an economist, and he was in the Obama administration, okay? So they bring in Steve and say, hey, let's use you to work the numbers this morning to show everybody out there that we've got to put the knife in Bernie and finish him off. See that underneath Biden? We are building a movement needed to beat Trump. Let's go to the 23. So they asked this guy to just give us the numbers. The cost of Sanders' presidency. You see, they could have done this segment, and they could have done what they did this morning on MSNBC 3 weeks ago, 2 months ago. Could have. Why didn't they finish Biden off out there in Iowa, giving the little Petey boy an extra boost? Huh? Is this a coincidence? Why didn't they finish Sanders off up there in New Hampshire? Why didn't they? Why didn't they finish him off in Nevada? Just saying. Why not? Why did Petey and the others jump out of the race? And Elizabeth is wondering what she's going to do next. So I don't have a lot of time. Here you go. The cost. So here it is, number 24. Sanders would double the size of government, projected 10 years. They're drawing circles on the screen. There's Warren saying, look, Joe is just going to bring it up 24.3%. Okay, spending. Warren 34. Joe's just going to bring it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Whew. All right, so now number 25, and all I'm showing you is they actually went through detail to circle each one and talk about it. Number 26, they're calling him the 57 trillion man. Sanders, the 57 trillion man. 10-year cost. Where's the money coming from? It's going to cost Medicare, they circled that. The Green New Deal. Go to the next one, number 27. See, they're circling and they're talking about it, the Green New Deal. They're having this long conversation on it. Go to number 28. He circles the next one. Ratner explains. Okay. Now, number 29. The cost of the Sanders presidency. Eddie Claude Jr., I think his name is. And Joe is saying, Eddie, did you think it would be Black America that would be the conservative, moderate lane in the Democrat Party? Woo! Wow. They've went to Black America. Sorry, some in the Democrat Party have gone from Obama phone to being the logical, conservative, moderate lane. Just saying. Just saying. All right, so number 35, we had earlier. Biden charges ahead with moderate mantle, no such thing. Okay, let's go to California, 38. They don't want to give Bernie the delegates. Look at California there, 161, 103. I have a closer here. You're going to want to hear the closer, okay? You're going to want to hear it. You're going to want to hear it. So there's California, 415 at stake. Here's the total delegates. Number 39 at this time. Bernie's down 50. He's down 50, man. Just 50 delegates. Look who has them. Warren has 48. You flip Warren's 48 at the convention over, could be neck and neck. Buttigieg has 26. The little boy who would be king went home to South Bend, Indiana with 26 delegates. Just saying. Bloomberg has 24. You know, instead of you guys taking the time to split up the 24 delegates and laughing online at what it costs Bloomberg, okay, the amount of money Bloomberg has, the amount of money this guy has, versus what he spent, it's a Big Mac to you folks. All right? This guy didn't, you know, he's not stressed out. He didn't buy the low-cost jet fuel to get home. He's not trading in one of the apartments. No. Mm-mm. Realistically, what Bloomberg spent is a small price to pay to own the Oval Office. I'm just saying, think about it. So, Sanders is down 50. Goofy old, you know, you have a goofy old communist running against a bumbling idiot that's 78 years old, 50 delegates, separate them, and between Warren, that's 48, 75, 100, Gabby is 100, it's like 107 delegates out there up for grabs. Even though they pulled out, they could get the 15% threshold in some states and get another delegate or two if they're on the ballot. Something don't add up here, folks. Now, I've got just 7 minutes, so let me wrap this up. So number 40, I'm going somewhere. You're going to want to stay to the end of this one. Sanders continues to accuse Biden of having a campaign funded by corporate establishment. Here's the group, number 41, that they assembled to put the knife in his back and finish him off right here. Biden charges ahead with a moderate mantle. Here's what Clyburn from the Daily Beast, number 42. I find it very interesting that someone is referring to African American voters in South Carolina as the establishment, Clyburn said. I don't understand how that vote can be dismissed. Number 44, CNN weighing in. Biden weighs in on a big win from Super Tuesday. And let's just stop on 46 for a minute, okay? Warren deciding next move after Super Tuesday. If you actually have a statement out there that you're deciding your next move, you're out of the race. So maybe while the show is going on, Warren may have done something. While I have those up, let me bring something to your National Popular Vote Interstate Compact. Okay? Enacted is in the green. So California has enacted it. Washington State and Oregon have enacted it. Looks as though New Mexico and Colorado have enacted it. Looks as though Illinois, okay, they've enacted it. Looks as though New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, bloom, up the East Coast, they've enacted it. Now let me tell you where it looks like it's pending. Looks like it's pending in none other than, let's see, Alabama. That can't be right, but I think it looks like Mississippi. It's pending in Florida, which won't happen. It's pending in South Carolina, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, that makes me nervous, Ohio, Minnesota, Michigan, and Vermont. Looks like it's pending. But it is called, look it up, National Popular Vote Interstate Compact. And what they're trying to do is get enough states to override the Electoral College. So why does Biden need to be the front runner? There's a couple of reasons. Why does he need to be the nominee? Okay. So if Trump wins narrowly, what if Trump wins by 50,000 votes in New Jersey? Too close to call. What if California becomes too close to call? I know you think of, what about Minnesota? Too close to call. So what if a couple states, it's too close to call? And then the states that Trump actually won have National Popular Vote Interstate, where they have, and the governor signed it, it says that their electors to the college, whatever, go to the candidate with the popular vote, the high popular vote. Disregard your vote. What if Colorado goes Trump? But it looks like Joe will win the popular vote. But in the states where Joe could be the popular vote getter across the country, they're too close to call. You may say, well, that sure as hell sounds very confusing. That's the intent. See, there's a couple things. Number one, if Joe loses to Trump, and remember this, I got 3 minutes. Remember months on end, during Adam Schiff's House Intelligence impeachment sham. All through that, remember, there's so many polls out there, fake polls that show Joe Biden kicking Trump's ass, just kicking his ass, right? Then, when it shifts over to Nadler's judicial, right, the judiciary, House Judiciary, with Jerry Nadler, where they adopted 2 articles of impeachment the whole time there, right? Burisma, Hunter Biden, right? The call with Ukraine, look into the Bidens, help. The whole narrative that Trump was trying to seek help against his political opponent from a foreign country. You better pay attention, folks, right? So the articles of impeachment voted on. The whole time, Trump is getting his ass kicked in polling data by all the networks putting it out. Now it goes to the Senate, and we're waiting there. Or Nancy keeps it for 3 weeks. Why? So that polling data can keep going. And then the Senate gets it for 10 days. Polling data. The whole entire time, the polling starts to shrink a little bit. The whole entire time, the polling changes just a little bit, says people are interested in what's going on with Biden. So Trump could, the call with President Zelensky could be what brought the candidate down. In their world, in their brain, in their eyes, what they're trying to sell to you, the American people, is Trump really did seek information against his opponent. You see, to make that narrative true, his opponent, Biden has to be his opponent. It can't be true that President Trump tried to get the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, to give him dirt on his political opponent if Joe's not his political opponent. Then Joe loses. We got a major electoral college mess. Because you got states that are too close to call, that should never go for Joe Biden, and then you've got states that want to give their electoral college votes to California, whatever the hell. And then you have down ballot disaster. So Joe, you can't have the impeachment scam continue narrative if Joe's not the opponent, A. B, if Joe's the opponent, they are in a room praying 3 times a day. They're bringing religious leaders from all around the world praying that Joe will be the one to stop the down ballot disaster. That's all I'm saying. There's no moderate lane, damn it. No moderate lane with Democrats. Joe's not on it. I'm your host. We'll be back tomorrow morning at Sycamore. No, that's in the spring. At Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Show them the app one more time. There you go. There's the app. Show them the app. Hell, we can't end the show if you don't show them the damn app. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get ugly. I'm sorry. Just saying. And then the Sunday edition. I won't be on the Sunday edition because there'll be no bad words. You understand? Write that down. No bad words on the Sunday edition. See you tomorrow morning. Later.